It should be my business and no one else's business. Questionable unpopular opinions that you may just agree with. Taking pictures of everything is ruining the moment. It seems like everywhere I go, people take pictures of everything. Whether it be mundane selfies, or while out on vacation. And while I think it's good to take an occasional picture for memories, constant pictures just ruins the experiences and makes them tedious. I'll give a personal example. Whenever I'm with my mom, she wants to take pictures of everything. A selfie in the car, a picture of us in front of stores, pictures of scenery, etc. When you're taking a picture every 5 minutes, it completely ruins the moment, and turns it into a memory, but one I can almost guarantee you aren't going to look back on. As a retail worker, I don't think there should be any need for me to ask how your day is. Neither side of this situation wants to tell a random person about their day. Most people are having a really shitty day and any normal person doesn't want to tell a random stranger. But still, there are thousands that do tell me about their tragic day. This sucks the energy out of me. It's like being a speed shrink. On the flip side, the simple back and forth of, "Hey, how are you? Good, thanks, you? Good," is enough to make me feel like an NPC in Skyrim. Time to leave retail, I think. I hate that nice restaurants name their menu items in the language of the country the food is from. I want to go to an Italian restaurant because I like Italian food. I don't speak a word of Italian and don't understand why I'm forced to sit and awkwardly murder their beautiful language as I attempt to order a meal. I get it. It makes it appear authentic. But it leaves me with only two options: either I sit there slowly working through the syllables like a child learning to read, or I instead read out the description of the food, which isn't always as automatically clear to the waiter taking the order as simply the name of the dish would be. If I want to order a salad on the side and my options are between grigliata di verdura, insalata di itani fagili, all I'm thinking is maybe I don't really need a salad on the side. This is too much to try and say. I'm already ordering the gnocchi I sapri di bosco, and I just don't think I have the energy to say any more of these words. But maybe I'm just lazy. Everyone should have a hobby that requires skill and doesn't involve consumption or screens. I think that everyone, for the sake of their well-being, should have a hobby that doesn't involve consuming media or stuff. I'm not judging anyone's hobbies, but almost all the popular hobbies these days are just consuming or collecting stuff and require little to no skill or effort. Fashion? Buy clothes. Makeup? Buy and try different makeup products. Video games? Buy games and play them. TV and films? You are just watching them, no skills or effort required. There is no end product. Also, an additional benefit of having a hobby or hobbies that require skills is the ability to monetize them. I'm not saying that hobbies that are consumptive are bad, except for collecting useless plastic toys. That's dumb, but I think developing a skill or a hobby that could have an end product is healthy. Asking for consent before someone kisses a person is very attractive. There have been countless times we've seen films and media where out of the blue, a person kisses the other without asking and it should be considered hot. We've seen it in many K-dramas, series and teen movies as well, and it gets kind of annoying because the other person always responds positively to it, even if both of them are friends. But it's far away from reality. Not everyone wants to be shoved by someone abruptly and want to be kissed without their consent. It'll be uncomfortable as well for some individuals. No, this isn't for married ones. If some people like it, then it's no problem, they do what they like. And many may say that asking for it could potentially lower the spark of the scenario, but I think it's BS. I moreover think that it could actually give the other person butterflies even if done with consideration and respect towards the other's boundaries. QR code menus for restaurants are terrible. I'm tired of being on my phone. I like looking at a physical menu when I go into a restaurant or dive bar. I don't want to have to scan a QR code and stare at my phone. Most people are on their phones 90% of the time now, and I would rather not use mine at all when I go out. And some places don't even have physical menus anymore. The prison system should be abolished and replaced with involuntary rehabilitation clinics. America cares more about imprisonment than rehabilitation. I think the world would be a much better place if there were clinics criminals were forced to participate in with a minimum of a month. There would be wings for crimes as small as shoplifting, and wings for crimes as big as assault or killing someone. The strictness of each wing varies based on the severity of the crime. Keeping criminals of different crimes separated like this would prevent situations like the tax evader being next to the assaulter. Also, there could be a voluntary wing for people who feel like they have to or are about to rob, kill, rape, or hurt people. They can have the option to seek help with the goal of figuring out how to take control of these urges and needs before they do them. Love at first sight is complete nonsense, and people are mistaking between love and lust. No, you don't know anything about a person at first sight other than their physical appearance. Their true personalities? No. Their hobbies? No. You don't know anything about them. What do you even mean by love? Other than their physical appearance? And if the only thing you are attracted to is their physical appearance, which you are, literally, in the context that you just met them at first sight, then it's called lust. Your brain reacts immediately and automatically upon seeing their appearance and becomes attracted and infatuated. Then it makes up a hypocritical BS excuse called love at first sight to romanticize that automatic, animalistic, instinctive hormonal reaction. This reaction is completely normal for a normal human being, but that fancy pants term love at first sight is so fake. Objects can bring happiness. When I bought my first car, I spent 10% more to buy a model in the color I liked. Everyone said I was wasting money because it was just car paint, but every time I parked it and saw the paint, it made me genuinely happy to have that possession. It had no sentimental value other than my liking for it, nor did it improve any of my relationships. It was purely an object that brought me happiness. This is only an example, but I still reminisce about many objects I have previously owned. A private submarine would be a greater, and more impressive, display of wealth than a private jet or a super yacht. A private submarine would be the absolute pinnacle of having flip you money. Any rich sleazebag can buy a private plane or an expensive boat. A private submarine, on the other hand, now that's flaunting wealth. Well, have the extra benefit of not having to see these rich buttholes. An ICE private submarine could easily dwarf the amount of money that it costs to get even the most expensive private planes and super yachts. The engineering to build something to withstand the immense pressure of traveling underwater could easily rack up a large bill. Personally, I would find it far more impressive to see pictures of some rich dude taking a gym, a hot tub, a restaurant and bar, and whatever else these rich people bring on their planes and boats, down underwater. A fork and knife are superior to chopsticks in every task. I cannot think of a meal that one could eat with chopsticks that could not be just as effectively consumed by a fork or knife. No disrespect to cultures that continue to use chopsticks, but from a user's perspective, the fork and knife are clearly superior. Any tool that can be used to achieve the same goal with an easier learning curve is the superior tool. Anyone with user experience design knowledge will tell you that it's always better to achieve the same goal with a more intuitive interface. In Western countries, anyone who judges someone else for preferring to use a fork or knife to eat Asian cuisine is simply gatekeeping or being unnecessarily judgmental. Formal dress should be phased out by society. Looking at the president of Ukraine, it is clear to me that you do not need to wear a suit to look like someone in charge or a professional type of person. This showed that CEOs complaining about him not wearing suits, most notably the JP Morgan CEO if I remember correctly, are stuck in an outdated mentality in my opinion. I do not know if formal wear should be absolutely required in any work-related circumstance whatsoever, and I am starting to think its time has kind of passed. Dogs should not cost thousands of dollars. I don't care what it is. It's nothing but people trying to capitalize off others for a purebred dog. No dog should cost $2,000 to $5,000. That's literally just extortion. Dogs literally breed for free. That's what nature does. We shouldn't have to pay $5,000 for a dog. And that's just for the dog. That's not including all the future vet visits, the food, the toys, all the accessories, etc. I don't have an issue with getting any of that for my dog, but a dog shouldn't cost multiple thousands of dollars. There's nothing that can justify that but greedy capitalism. Yeah, these people need to make money for what they put into the dog, but a lot of these people are making 10x the profit. I don't think we should be extorting something that nature does naturally. We force dogs to breed and then we sell their babies. In a way that's fucked up, savage, barbaric if you think about it, but that's a conversation for another time. Imagine if another creature did that to humans. We wouldn't hear the end of it from people. So no, I don't support this capitalist market where dogs cost thousands and thousands of dollars, and that's just to buy them. That's not including the shots, checkups, etc. Yeah, some breeders take care of that for you, but that isn't the point. I don't like dog breeders anyway, it's nothing but a capitalist game. It should be normal to be less hygienic on your days off. I'm off twice a week and those days are for me. I should be able to live in whatever feral way humans were truly at one point, free with nature. Don't wanna brush my teeth? Go for it. Gonna eat without that? Go for it. Not gonna shower? Go for it. It should be my business and no one else's business. Thank you for watching the video till the end. I hope you enjoyed these opinions. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to not conform with the masses, and I will see you tomorrow for another video.